What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Louis, and on today's video we are going to be reviewing the all-new limited edition EJ Jackal bowling ball. Before we get into any more details, please consider subscribing to the channel. I would super appreciate it. If you like this jersey that I'm wearing, you can go to efx.co and use my promo code Napoles10. That'll get you 10% off your entire order. Then down below in the description, there's going to be links where you can order the ball, the chamois, which is currently out of stock, but if you want one, definitely follow those links, because when they come back in stock, I will let you guys know. They sold out immediately, so thank you for that. So let's talk about this EJ ball. This is a very good looking bowling ball, and you know, the last couple Motiv releases, there's been 4 this year so far, all of them have just, like, the bar has been risen with Motiv. And even though this is a limited edition ball, I am still holding this to the same standard as all the other ones. So inside this bowling ball is the same core that you can find on all the Jackals, which is the Predator V2 asymmetric. So this is a strong asymmetrical core, and in 15 pounds has an RG of 2.47, a max differential of 0.054, and a PSA of 0.015. So that's the stuff that we know. So what's new behind this EJ Jackal? So wrapped around that Predator V2 core is the Propulsion HVH hybrid cover stock that comes out of box at a 4,000 grit laser scan sand. So it's the same base formula that was on the Evoke Hysteria. And so to me, my eyes automatically lit up because that's been my favorite ball this year. And this is, I'm hoping, like a maybe stronger version, maybe a little bit smoother version of that Evoke Hysteria. And if it is, then it's going to be a home run, no questions asked. And then because it shares some similar characteristics to that Evoke Hysteria, with the layout, we went with the same layout as the Evoke Hysteria, being 5 1/4 by 4.5 by 4. And this has been the layout that I've been using on all my asymmetric balls, just because of how good I matched up with that Evoke Hysteria. So we're going to be here at South Point on lane 63 on a fresh, typical house shot. Let me know down below in the comments, did you guys order your EJ Jackal? Yes or no? What I will say is that it looks much better in person than the picture really shows. It looks good in the picture, but it looks way better in person. We'll see you here on the lanes. All right, so the first shot of the video is going to be coming up here. I'm nice and warm, or mostly warm. I just wanted to show you guys my 500 grit chamois. The lanes are hooking, but it's because it's their morning pattern here that is shorter and less volume than in league. So just know that when I throw this ball in league, I'm going to be way right of what I'm actually am right now. So just keep that in mind. I'm usually about an arrow and a half left when I film than in league, just because of the pattern. So first shot coming up here, EJ Jackal. Oh, that's a pretty dirty 9-pin. I actually started, when I was warming up, I started where I normally play in league, and it was going like runaway Brooklyn. But as I've gotten more shots on it, it started to tame down a little bit, which is good. It was hooking way too much out the first couple shots. But even that 9-pin, I thought it was a pretty good shot, and it's nice to see, a bigger asymmetric core ball like this want to make that shape where it's not gonna, puke down lane. I can get left and kind of shape this to the right. I'm gonna move one left off that 9-pin because I thought I threw that pretty good. Yeah, that's gonna be the money shot, right? It's not gonna get better than that. It's clean, right? But it's not too clean. It's definitely not early. It shapes, it's not angular. 2 shots in plus some warm-up shots. It really does remind me of that Evoke Hysteria, just a little bit stronger, a little bit earlier, a little bit smoother. I feel uncomfortable saying more forward than the Hysteria, but at least on par, same motion down lane is what I would feel comfortable saying. But again, we're only 2 shots in, plus a little warm-up, and I haven't thrown this in league. That's going to be the real tell, because how it rolls here is not very typical, because in league it's more bowlers on the pair, more volume, longer house shot. But I thought that move was really good, and I thought I executed at a very high level on that shot. That was not a good shot. Elbow got out, maybe a little slow, and I shoved it right early. So all of that, you know, is going to result in a bad shot. I don't remember if I said this in the intro though, guys, that this ball is very limited edition. They're only making one run of it. So if you haven't got your pre-orders in, you're not going to miss out, because like the distributors here in Vegas, for example, just ordered more units than were pre-ordered. So like the pro shop I go to is going to have a few extras. And I think that's going to be the case throughout the country, where distributors just ordered a little bit more than what they needed. You know, I really want everyone who wants one of these to get one. So we're going to go to the same spot, but we're not going to shove it as far to the right as early, because that was, I think, a pretty big miss here to the right. There we go. That's a good shot. Yeah, so like it got to the same spot down lane, but not as early. And that motion looks really good. I feel pretty comfortable saying that this is going to be a good option on the fresh, because it's not overly angular and it's hooking at the right spot, despite how early or how much friction there is on these lanes. And if it's anything like that Evoke, then it's going to be a good ball to just stay in all night. I worry about the color, because white balls typically are a little bit more forward down lane, but they also get really dirty really fast. So that's going to be a big worry of mine. Definitely grab some cleaner. Oh, that's right, quick. Oh! Wow, that was a pretty bad shot. People ask me all the time what my favorite cleaner is. You know, like Motiv has their cleaners. All the other brands have their cleaners. I just use an Abralon pad, you know? Take the oil right off the ball. I should probably buy some cleaners. I hear that Venom cleaner is pretty good for Motiv. I've never tried it. So Motiv, if you're watching, send me some cleaners. I'll review them. Hey, the fact that I missed that far right and it didn't bail at all, like it still wanted to get there and went high, probably a good thing. Oh, carry that. That was slow. I thought it was a good shot, just slow. Trajectory was good, down lane, at the arrows, everything was good, just slow. And it's funny because in league, I've really had to slow down. Here, I have to almost speed up. But you know, every ball Motiv has come out with this year, this is the 5th one, has been like just money. And I think that this is just gonna continue that. So let's not throw it as slow, same spot. I don't think I have to move quite yet. Got that in. So there is a little hold, because I got that in for sure. But there's like unlimited bounce to the right. Like this, the ratio here must be like this. But like I said, the pattern, the house shot here is shorter and less volume than in league. So on Tuesday nights when you see me streaming, just keep in mind that it's a longer pattern and more volume. I don't know why they do that. I think it's maybe so that the seniors can see their ball hook more. But, you know, we're gonna move one left, just a little preemptive move here. Just want to start inching here in. Oh, I got that right quick again. That was not a very good shot. right, so we're gonna make a little preemptive move in a little bit, and then just keep making good shots. I'm pretty far left already. That might have been too big of a move, and I'm okay with saying that. I mean, like I said, I'm really far left, much more left than I even get to in league ever. We really just want to test the boundaries of this ball. I think that if I don't project it that far to the right from where I just threw that shot, it probably strikes. So let's try to do that. So same spot, but we'll move our eyes in a little, and hopefully we're not in that 2-8-10 area. Yeah, I just moved my eyes in a little, you know, didn't create as much shape. And honestly, this reminds me a lot of the Evoke Hysteria. And that's a really good thing, because that's my favorite ball this year. That one, the Evoke, I don't really like to shove it to the right too much. I like to kind of keep my angles a little bit more shut down. And that was the exact same move that I make with the Evoke, and it was absolutely 10 back. I do feel comfortable saying that this is definitely stronger than the Evoke Hysteria. Definitely stronger. I feel pretty comfortable, pretty confident in saying that. Let's try that same shot again here. Oh! Give me that 10 pin. Yeah. What I look for in a video, in a ball review, I've said this before, is, okay, let's get lined up. Can I get lined up to a point where I can start throwing some strikes pretty consistently? For this EJ Jackal, the answer is yes. Now, what happens when I have to make a move? Is the ball going to continue to look good, or is it not going to continue to look good? I made a move here, it's continuing to look good. So we got 2 checks so far. I think it looks good aesthetically. The black and red logo on the white and silver ball look really, really good. I wish that it wasn't a limited release. You know, in my heart of hearts, I wish that this was a more readily available release, because I don't like the idea of someone missing out on this ball just because it was limited and a few months down the road it's gone and they can't get it. You know what I mean? Same spot again here. Hopefully we can kick out the 10 pin again. Oh, that's a horrible shot. That is a horrible, horrible shot. We're going to strike that one from the record. Pretend that you didn't see it. You know, and that's the tough thing about doing these one takes and showing every single shot. Like, not every ball is going to be perfect, but a shot like that is almost wasted space for you guys, because that had nothing to do with the ball and everything to do with me. So no big deal. We're going to go right back to that same spot, and we're going to label one, and it's going to strike, because in bowling you have to have a short-term memory. Ugh. Okay, 2 bad shots in a row. You saw it? Yeah, I hooked. It was slow though. It was slow. Yeah, that was really slow. So I'm not too worried about the one that I yanked left. Obviously, I'm worried about. But that last one, I definitely missed slow. So it is what it is. All right, this shot's for you, Jason. All right, he said, all right, bet. Let's make a good shot. That was right. That was fast. Still kicked out the 2 pin. So I'm gonna throw one more shot after, or try to throw one more strike after this. But I've seen all that I need to see, and I think you guys have as well. from a use case, I think that this is going to be like my first ball out the bag. You know, if I need something a little bit stronger, a little bit smoother than that Evoke Hysteria, this is going to be the one for you. If you're a speed dominant player, maybe hit it with a little bit more surface, like 2000, and you're off to the races. Rev dominant, keep in that box. I don't think polishing it really will make it that much better, because I'm pretty rev dominant, and this is completely out the box, and I think it looks pretty okay. Actually, more than okay. I think this looks pretty damn good. So hopefully here, last shot of the video. If it doesn't strike, I'll just throw another one. That's gonna strike. Bang. All right, guys, the EJ Jackal. My brain keeps wanting to say EJ Venom. It's not. The EJ Jackal, very, very good ball. It's clean, but not too clean. It shapes, it doesn't shape a ton. It's forward, but it's not super forward. If you're a fan of the Evoke Hysteria, this is a really good ball that'll complement that one. And for me, I think it's gonna be just another home run for Motiv. So we'll see you guys on the next one.